everyone, so today I have my Pan palette update for you guys. So I have my NARS Gibberden Cheek Palette and my Tarte Be Magnificent eyeshadow palette. So these are the two that I'm working on this year. The NARS one I started in May of 2015, so I've been working on it for a while now. So just in case you're new to my channel or something. But this one I started at the beginning of January for my eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to start with this one. I did weigh this one, and at the beginning of January with the, all the shadows, the blush, everything in here, and the packaging on my food scale was 169 grams. I just weighed it, right before I filmed this video, and it is still 169 grams. So I didn't quite use up a whole gram of product. I'm not too surprised, especially because this is an all matte palette. So I have been incorporating other things, to finish a look with it. So not too surprised, but I am happy with where my progress is. So I will go ahead and share with you guys where I'm at. Just a reminder is this was brand new. There weren't any really, maybe like a little bit of dip in the cream shade, but no pan, nothing like that. So I just wanted to, let you know. Okay, so this is where I'm at now after 1 month. So I have some dips going. I am wearing off, like the word Tarte is embossed in the shadow, so I'm wearing that off. And I don't know if you can tell, but in the cream shadow, right in the middle there, I have some pan, just the tiniest amount. I don't really think you can tell. But anyway, I do have pan in here, just a tiny bit. So basically what I've been doing for these shades is the cream shade here I'm using all over the lid, to set my cream shadow and as a brow bone highlight. This middle shade here, it's kind of like a peachier shade. This one I'm using as my transition, color, and I use a bigger like Sigma fluffy brush. So this is really nice as my transition shade. And then I usually go in with this kind of like taupier brown shade with a smaller, this is a synthetic, blending brush, whatever you want to say. And I use that in my crease just to define it a little bit more with this shade. Sometimes I do use this kind of more mauve-y shade, but usually I use this one every day. And that sets up my look pretty well for, any kind of colors that I might use. So there's that. I usually put like a shimmery shade on, from a different palette. So this month I've used my Makeup Geek eyeshadow singles in my Z palette, and then also my Urban Decay Naked palette. So those are the two that I've been using this month. I'm switching those out every 2 weeks. So then I use this mauve shade on a flat liner brush kind of, and I put it on my lower lash line. I really like it. It just defines it without being over the top or anything like that. When I was in Vegas and I did, some darker looks, I did use this purple and kind of smoke it out on the lower lash line, but I'm not using this purple on a daily basis. My plan for the year is to just hit pan on it. So there's that. And then I use this light pink in my inner corner, sometimes all over the lid, just to brighten things up. I have not been using this black. I'm using a brown eyeliner right now, so I'm using the brown shade. There's a little bit of a dip there. These ones, again, I just want to hit pan on. These shadows are bigger than these ones, gram-wise, so I just don't think I can finish up two really dark shades. The blush I've used a few times here and there. I kind of just use it when I don't feel like using my NARS stuff. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm really happy with it. I think I'll have more progress showing for the next month for sure. So that's where I'm at. Not quite a gram used up, but I did hit pan on one shadow, so I'm really excited about that. Okay, so now into my cheek palette, the NARS Gibberden palette that I've been working on for a long time now. I did already have pan on the highlighter and on the bronzer, a lot of pan on the bronzer. And then someone did mention it in my last, pan that palette update that I do have pan on Orgasm, and it's true. It's because I stuck like a pin down to see how deep the pans were, so I'm not really counting that because I didn't hit pan, organically. I just kind of forced it. So anyway, here is my progress now, and I want to share this with you guys because I am going to repress the bronzer. So anyway, here is my progress. So a couple of big things. I still haven't hit pan on any blushes, so don't even worry about that. But the highlighter, this corner here that I use this highlighter on my face and then also in my inner corner. And I've used it all over the lid a few times as well. I prefer it just in the corner though. So this corner is where I use my little eyeshadow brush to, put the color in my inner corner. So I just kind of am growing this area down here. And then maybe you can see, but I have a little bit of pan right there. And that one I did just hit organically with my highlighting brush. So that was really exciting. That happened maybe a couple of days ago, so that was really fun. The bronzer is dying very fast. It's hard for me to pick up product just because of the shape it's in, so I will be repressing the bronzer. For the blushes, I've been focusing on these middle two. So this one is, okay, so this is Orgasm. I don't know the names of these two because these two were limited edition, this light pink and this like deeper wine. But this one is Deep Throat, and I love this shade. I am wearing it today. I love it. I'm wearing, you know, the bronzer, the highlighter, and this shade as blush. So I love those. And then I've been topping it sometimes with this lighter pink just to kind of tone it down a little bit because I do tend to kind of maybe add a little bit too much blush. So these are the two that I've been focusing on. I have used this darker one here and there, but it's not, I don't know, it's not something I've been reaching for. So that is my progress here. So I will be repressing this bronzer shade. I'll post a picture on Instagram about that. And I will post pictures of my progress on Instagram as well with these palettes, you know, from last month to this month. So you can go check that out. My Instagram name is Curious Sparkle, same way it's spelled here. So go check me out. But anyway, yeah, those are, you know, my progress updates for these two palettes. I really am enjoying panning them. I don't have too many complaints yet. I'm getting a little tired of this one, but you know, I'm going to be, if you weren't aware, for 2 months I have just been using this palette. For all of December and all of January, I've just been using this palette. So I'm about to film my bi-weekly makeup basket, and I'm going to switch out things. I think I'm going to do blushes because I'm really kind of getting stuck on blushes. So I think I'm going to do blushes, and then I'm going to just try to finish up this bronzer. So yeah, that's what my plan's going to be. We'll see how that goes. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. My whole playlist of all of my Pan That palettes is linked down below if you want to check that out. Otherwise, yeah, leave me a comment and let me know how your, you know, panning projects have been going. I'd love to hear about it. And I also just want to say thank you to everyone who follows me on Instagram, who sent me really nice messages during this tough time. I really do appreciate it. So thank you very, very much. And yeah, that's all that I have to say. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.